in relation to the question I asked you, though, to establish credentials of journalistic impartiality, did you go to the scene of where the Iranian regime massacred its own people?
Well, first of all, I'm not impartial. I am absolutely not impartial.
Right.
I am not objective. And the concept of objectivity, as we understand it, is set out by the corporate media according to the parameters devised for them by their militant Zionist ruling class owners.
But did you go to the scene? Did you go to the scene of the
that you appear on and others appear on? So I'm not impartial.
I understand.
But to your direct question,
Yeah.
and I really want to have a conversation about how this reflects on journalism and the Constitution. But to your direct question, you previously hosted me in January, and basically I was sandbagged. I was sandwiched between a actual war criminal, Jonathan Conricus from the Israeli military, and 3 Iranian monarchists. And I debated this very question. And I acknowledged that at least 3,000 people were killed in 2 days of protests, which the Israeli Mossad and U.S. intelligence have expressly taken credit for. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, explicitly took credit for fawning these riots by devaluing Iran's currency. The Iranian government has released the IDs and names of everyone who was killed there. 3,000 people is a lot of people, but they were not all just innocent protesters, and many of them were police officers. This all began with attacks on police stations, and I was actually, while I was there, and I'm about to produce a report on this, able to interview some off-duty cops. I wasn't set up to meet them. I started a conversation with them, and they told me how their police stations came under attack, how police officers were burned and killed. Some were beheaded by the People's MEK, which is a CIA-backed militant organization. There were also Kurdish militant groups like Komale and PJAK, which were involved. These were militarized riots. They weren't innocent protests, and it was a bridge between the 12-day war from last year to the current war, which you say you opposed. But, I watched you manufacture consent for that war by allowing people to lie about the number who were killed, claiming 40,000, 50,000.
Well, I don't think you know how many. I don't think you know any better than they do how many were killed. But
I do know, and Iran International.
Well, you
which
don't.
Is
you know what the Iranian regime told you.
No, Iran International, which is basically run by Israel and used to be run by the Saudis, has acknowledged that less than 5,000.
I've seen multiple reports.
Again, it's a lot.
Listen,
but
I don't know the
clear.
exact number, nor do you. Nor do I don't think anybody else does. And hopefully one day we will find out.
Okay, Piers, what would the UK do if Russian intelligence and Chinese intelligence were arming rioters to attack police stations?
You know what we wouldn't do?
I do think churches.
Well, look,
what do you think would happen in the UK?
Well, what we were going to do is, we were going to have you debate with somebody. Will Chamberlain wanted to do it. You didn't want to debate with him. He sent this message.
I don't even know who that is. Is that
okay? Well,
like the basketball
he's a regular
player?
guest on my show, and he's somebody who.
And then you wanted me to debate like a pansexual former Disney actor.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm just going to read
I deserve some respect.
It's okay. You're not debating with me. You're debating with me.